Hello guys, this is Joyce, and I have had to re-record the video of my craft room, and so I am going to start on the side of the room where you come in the door. As you can see, there's my door. So all of these storage pieces are from Target. Sorry about the hand. But I got all of these from Target. The top two here are actually 2 cubes each. So that just makes the 4 across. On the bottom, you have 2 of the 6 cube storage pieces. And as you can see there, they are 13 by 13 each. They are from Target, and I love them, okay? And the one across the room there is an 8-piece. Yeah, I got lucky and I got the 8-piece and the 2 6 on sale, and I have never caught them on sale at Target. So when I got them, I went and picked them up and I drove them around in my car for these 2 I got out sooner, but that piece I drove it around in my car for like 2 months because it was heavy. So as you can see, it's still not perfect, and I've definitely got to go through the things on top, and I'm working on some stuff, so I'm using every bit of space there is. But these are organizations for my journaling cards for pocket scrapbooking, Project Life stuff. I don't call it Project Life because I don't necessarily do that, but I do like working with the Simple Stories albums, the 6x8 sizes. So anyway, and then you can see I have some glue, Xyrons, and some of my items that I have made. And then here is a lamp that it's nothing wrong with it. This has some bling that I bought. Some bling and dominoes that I've made. This, I'm not sure how I am going to handle it just yet. I will be keeping this. But I'm not sure what I'm going to have in it. And then this is a storage for 6x6 papers that I got from scrapbook.com. And then these are some scrap papers, half sheets and stuff that I've cut off before to use that I am definitely going to be cutting up to either make card bases or mats for A2 size cards. And then this is just some paper that I bought these. These are, I forget the brand name. You can get them at, where did I order these from? I forget where I ordered these from. But I needed them because I have so much 8.5 by 11 paper that I just had nowhere to put it where I could easily access it. Sorry about that light over there. And so coming down, in this cube, I have all different inks. These are my small Tim Holtz Distress inks. And then I have archival inks in here, and same thing. And then this one is the bigger pads. So all of the small tins have the little cubes. Here are some that have not been opened, but they were bought. Then I have this silk, which is like a paint. It's an acrylic glaze that I've had in my stash, and it was in a thing that I never saw it, so I didn't use it. And then up here I just have some ink pads that are new. See, I just don't like that. It moves. I can't do it one-handed, but anyway. So those are all ink pads waiting to be needed. And then when you come over here, I have here Nuvo drops and what have you in here. And the storage for this is from from Tonic. And then these are those clear boxes that I got at Target, and that's what all of these are, and that's what those two are there. And these have different types of like aqua markers, and I hate to try, like I said, it's hard to do this with one, but markers, as you will see, I do have a lot of markers, and I bought these in Faber-Castell. I bought those, and I probably used them once, put them in a container, and left them. These are my Faber-Castell little, see, I can't do this. Oh, what do they call these? Anyway, Faber-Castell for painting, and then those are my really small teardrop, dewdrop inks, and what have you, and several different brands. I'm not going to try to pull it out with one hand because, guys, I do not want it all over the floor. But I love the look of that, and these are all the markers that I had, which were in containers. I never saw them. I never used most of them. Water brushes. I have tonic markers. I have Sharpies. Tim Holtz Distress crayons. I have Tim Holtz Distress markers. I have Tombow markers. I have all kinds of markers, glitter pens. All this is glitter pens, and just lots and lots of markers. I love markers, but honestly, they didn't get used because they were just put into things where I didn't see them. And then here we have more paper, and these are more like specialty papers. There's glitter papers and just papers that I need to access, but they were always hidden away somewhere. Oh, sorry. And then I have my glitters, my sequins, and my embossing powders all in there. And I love looking at them and to use them, okay? So that's the first row. And here in these 4 baskets, like this one, actually has some trims, that leather trims, and some flowers, and all of those men cards that I made. So that's what's in there. And then over here, I am going to label all this. This has just lots of miscellaneous things, like 2 bag for carrying my Cricut tools, punches, elastic trims, and just stuff that I need, but there's more water pencils. So lots of tools that I need. I need to put that adhesive in there. And just some other tools. And I don't know if you can see down in there. There's a heat gun and things for my happy planner. I like that everything is accessible and easy to get to. This one is tools and old cameras. So I have cameras. I have several. And there's nothing wrong with them. I just, upgrade it. And here's another heat gun. So I can just reach in here and find what I'm looking for. Glue sticks. I also have some other tools. I have a drill. Yeah, I'm just a real hard-working girl. So just things that I need, but I don't use them all the time. And then in here I have my mat stacks and 8x8 papers. It's really heavy, but it's easier to get to, and I had to keep them like that because I really don't have space. Sorry. So hold on, I'm gonna come back. And all of these baskets are from Target also. Alright guys, I am back. You've seen what's in these baskets here and the top shelf and what's on the very top of that one. But when you come down here, this is a basket with albums. All the albums that I have made and have not given away yet. And this year, 2022, I am going to be creating albums for different family members and giving them away as gifts. And then here, just because there was some extra room, I have my crocodile. So it's easy, you know, you got to use all your space. And in these baskets, in these packages here, these are all kits. These are paper collections that have embellishments and different things to go with them. And that's what all of that is. They have not been labeled. That is still coming. And then over here are those 12 by 12 kits that we buy with stickers and what have you. That's most of that. And then I have a subscription to the Paper Person. And each month you get journaling cards, and there's always a stamp set and alpha stickers and what have you. And I have been a subscriber to that for just, I think I'm going into the second year. Not sure if I'm going to cancel it or not. So those are here in the front, and then these are all 12 by 12. And before, these were, honestly guys, this stuff here was all lined up on the floor around my room. It was awful. So I am so glad to have it up. And then we get over here to the stamps. So this basket here is miscellaneous stamp companies. So I kind of did it by companies, but these are all companies that I don't have a whole lot of stamps by them, like Mama Elephant. I only have 1 or 2. And then this card making magic. These are fairly new. I have not used these yet. So this is like miscellaneous items. And then on the side, these are all new, and I have not used them yet. So I wanted them to be accessible. And okay. Now see, you know I can't bend over. So down here is stuff like for my mug press. Yes, I bought a mug press. So I have the lots of items that I bought to use with that. Some extra mugs, some of the, and then for my typewriter also. And then these I bought for travel and never used them. And they're just pencil pouches. Oh gosh, guys. My lighting is really not that good, but you can see it better now because I'm not down there. So, and then this basket is stamps, not stamps. This one has some stamps and some dies. Once again, these are all miscellaneous companies. And this is my Tonic notebook binder that I still have to fill with Designer's Choice dies. And I am not doing this very well, but I can tell you one thing. I am truly loving my room now. Another miscellaneous. These have some stamp sets also. Just stamps that I decided not to change the packaging, and miscellaneous dies and companies. Lots of miscellaneous stuff. Whew, out of breath bending over like that, guys. I really need somebody to do the camera while I show the stuff. And then these are blank albums that are going to be getting a lot of use. But I needed a place to keep them that wasn't all over everything. So now you see that little box on the floor. Those are all new items. And this is a camera mount for my car. For my GoPro. This was one of my Christmas gifts to me. It is a portable steamer, garment steamer. And then there is my mug press. Just because I haven't opened it yet. And then these in here, except for these 2 items here, all of these are duplicates that I will be putting in. Oh, I'm sorry. Everything in here is duplicates. And I think that may be 2 that I will be giving away at different times throughout the year. And So they're in there so I don't forget. Now I'm going to come back up to the top. And as you can see here, my ink blenders, this box, I just use that to bring them up some. And then there's my map, my globe, just to make me remember, yeah, girl, you got to do some traveling soon. And these are all of my stamps, date stamps, and things for planning and scrapbooking. I do use them. This was a Christmas gift from one of my co-workers. I love this little clock. And then I have 3 dress forms. The black and gold one, I actually made it several years ago. And then this is a Happy Planner stamp, punch, sorry. And then this is a card that I received from Rosa. And she's one of my subscribers. So when we come here, we have stamps here, and these my stamps have been organized this way for a very long time, and I really like that. And they are done by sentiment types. So that one, I just moved it from where it was. Here, my Tim Holtz dies have always been organized in this container for the last few years. So all of his dies are in here, and these are, not sure why those, oh, those are Tim Holtz too. As you can see, I haven't used this one yet, and I have used the birds. I did use them. But that is all Tim Holtz. And, okay. So this, I am going to Velcro to the side of this storage. And these are just my larger clear stamp sets and what have you. And these are, We Are Memory Keepers embossing folders. I really like these because they do a deep imprint. And then there are also some dies and stamps. And I do use those, and usually with scrapbooking. And then these over here are just some big stamp sets. And Tim Holtz is some of them. And then as you can see, they are, what is it? Fiskars. So, and that's just the best way to keep them. That, like I said, the plug, I am going to be Velcroing it to the side, which is what it's always been, but it was only on a different piece of furniture. Down here I have the We Are Memory Keepers punch board stand. And so that's what I have in there, is all my punch boards, stamp Misties and what have you. And this is the Tim Holtz travel stamp. And then the bigger one is on this side. So yeah, that's what that is. It just makes it really easy. I can go down and find them where before it was such an issue. Here are Tonic Dies. This is all Tonic. These are some of the bigger die sets here. So Tonic takes a lot of space. And I didn't show this one. This one is Spellbinders. I do have quite a bit of Spellbinders, and that's all here. And then on this side are some Sizzix that are not Tim Holtz. And then the bigger Spellbinders. So, yeah, I am loving it. And this is another Tonic binder for die sets. I have not filled that one. Actually, I filled that one with the wrong dies, so I need to switch them over. So on the bottom, you can see my heartfelt creations, and those are all of my heartfelt dies, stamps, flower molds, and and that's album flip through. But in here are more dies, and that's how I stored my dies when I first started, before I had a ton. So guys, this is the first part of my organization of my new storage. I love it. And as you can see, I still have my wall hanging there. And that's just cards that I've made, cards that people have sent me. And I just bought a frame. I bought the frame from Hobby Lobby several years ago, and then I wired it. I got some picture wire, and I just attached it to the back. And then I have nails to hang it up there. So I really love that. My TV is on the wall. And I will be back with part 2. Okay, so one thing I did want to show you is this dead space between here, because I didn't want this to be pushed back in, so I have this space. And what I am putting back there are my tripods and other things that I need to access, but I don't need to be able to access them all the time. And this lamp is just going to be moved. I just have not pulled it out. But that is really just a little storage space that doesn't have, I didn't want to have anything too big back there. And another thing I want to show you is here between the desk and the wall. I bought this cart to use for expo, scrapbook expo, sorry. And it's the perfect place to store my bigger paper trimmers, scoreboards, and anything else that I need to access, but I don't need it out all the time. So that is what I am using, that little space for. And then I have a couple of the 12 by 12 boxes stacked next to it. So yeah, and if you can see from here, that is my purple stand that I've had all the time. It has my typewriter, which I want to be able to access when I am scrapbooking. That is, as you can see, a plug. I bought that at Amazon. And I'm going to show that up closer. But then on the bottom, I have some storage items that I have like my glass blocks and some other things. But I need to be able to access them, quickly. I'll show that from the other side. So that is going to be the end of part 1, and I will be back.